Good evening. Well, I've had a few comments about the last video where I completely drove the car at 70 mile an hour for basically an hour and 10 minutes. No, probably more than that, about an hour and 20 minutes. And really did use a lot of battery. So my plan this evening is just to do a very short video of covering about 80 miles and sticking to 56 mile an hour, just to see what we can do in very cold weather. So at the moment it is temperature out there, he says, is 8 degrees, and it is getting colder very quickly. We've got 100% battery, 172 miles in the GOM, and I've literally just started, so it's 0.4 of a mile. We've got 39 miles to do, and it says it's going to take us 50 minutes. So let's have a little drive through, and I'll come back to you. Every 10% I use, I'll come back to you and we'll see how far we've done. Okay, that is 10% of the battery used. We've done 16 miles and there's now 149 miles in the GOM. So it said 172 when we started, so we've lost kind of like 3 miles. No, we haven't, we've lost 2. Math was never my strongest point. Okay, back to you when we're down to 80%. See how we're doing now. Okay, we're down to 80% battery. We have done, it's going to tick over any minute now, to 30 miles, and we've got 132 miles in the GOM, which means we should be looking at 162 miles. It was 172, I think, when I left. Temperature is dropping. We're still managing 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and the temperature at the moment is 6.5, so it's dropped 1.5 in the time we've been out. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to 70%, because I'll probably be at the destination by then, but when we're getting close to the destination we'll have a quick recap. Okay, I've used 24.5% battery. I've done 40 miles and we've got 124 miles left in the GOM. Let's come back to you shortly. Okay, it is cold. We've got 75% battery. We've done 39 miles and 137 miles in the GOM. It's 40 miles home if the roads are not closed. So let's get out on the main road and do 56 mile an hour, and then see how we are when we get home. Would be nice if I could get home with 50% battery, but I think I'm going to use a bit more than that. So right, let's crack on. So what I just said about road closures, it's actually showing me multiple road closures and suggesting I take a route that's an hour and 10 minutes as opposed to 50 minutes. So I'm going to test the water. If I get to a certain point and the road is closed, I'll know that I've made a big mistake, but I can still cut across from that point. So it's saying 39 miles, which is exactly what we did to get here. So the assumption is that it's still not picked up that I'm not going to go the other way, which is really weird because the other way is longer in mileage, so I don't get that. Alright, so here we go. So it's now saying that the road is closed. And what have we got happening? Let's have a look. What do we have happening? So it's still saying 50 minutes, 38 miles. That's really weird. Really, really weird. I don't get that. Okay, let's just crack on and see how we go and what happens. Okay, so used 10% battery and I've only covered 10 miles. Obviously the car is cold. It was parked for about 3.5 hours. So I'm expecting in the first sort of 10 to 15 miles to use a little bit more battery. I don't know what the temperature is now. Let's have a quick look. So it's 5.5 Celsius at the moment, centigrade Celsius, I don't know. It's cold, so yeah, that is the that's the sun. Well, this now, so we have now used a bit more, 50 miles down, and we've used 35% battery to do them 50 miles, which is not really good economy. I'm just this little test is just purely to see the difference in a journey of exactly the same distance from it being preconditioned, which I didn't actually. I can't remember if I mentioned I did precondition the car before I left. So 3 hours before I'd been plugged in, I told it what time I was leaving and preconditioned it, and we did the 39 miles there with 25% battery. So it'd be very interesting to see what it's like when we get back. I'll give you a status report when we get to 55%. So 55% in the battery now. We've used 20% and we've covered 64.5 miles, and there's 90 miles left in the GOM. We've got 14 miles to do. I do not think that we are going to use the same amount of battery going back. I think it will be considerably more. So we used 25% on the way there. I think it's going to be more like 30%, maybe 32% to get us home. We've got a bit of uphill now, and then I've got about 2 miles of downhill. So I'm hoping for some good regen now. But the temperature is getting colder and colder. So we are at still 5.5, so it must be that I've just turned the heated seats down a bit. Okay, next check-in will be when we either get to 45% or we arrive at home. Okay, so we're at 50% battery used and we've done 70 miles. We've still got 8 miles to go. So there's more battery usage going back. As I said earlier, I think it will probably be 55% to do the complete round trip. Might even be a bit more than that. So yeah, so it was 50% battery, 70 miles, and 79 miles in the GOM. We've got 7.7 miles to do now. Let's see how we do. Right, 45.5% battery, 70 miles in the GOM and 77.5 miles covered. If my maths are correct, that's 147 miles total. We've got 0.6 of a mile to do, so 5% more battery used, purely because the weather's cold. So a little tryout. There you go. Definitely use more battery coming back than we did going. If you've enjoyed this little video, give us a thumbs up.
If you don't already, please subscribe, and above all, ring that bell for notifications. Hope you've enjoyed it. Bye for now.